Alright guys, the first animated movie of 2015 has come out, and there's only one phrase to describe strange magic. Strange movie. That is what this is. It is a very strange movie, and it's actually really difficult for me to talk about because of just how strange and awkward this film is. Now, before I get into the movie, I will say it's a George Lucas film, and George Lucas makes really, really good movies, and I'm very excited for Star Wars Episode 7. However, I can't say that this was his best work. Now, granted, this is his first film since he was bought out by Disney, or he, let Disney buy him out. I'm not really sure how that deal worked. Either way, I definitely could see how he was trying to reboot the fairy tale image with this because he incorporated a lot of fairy tale ideas into this film. One being music, and the music in this film was a disaster. It's so over the top, or not even over the top. It's so all over the place, awkward and messy. There are some songs in this film that are from modern day popular culture, like, there's I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, which is by Elvis, and it's not needed, and it's replayed so many times. And there are songs the film itself made up, and they're boring and contrived, and they don't progress the plot. That is a very problem with all the songs, with the songs from modern day, the modern day world, and the songs that are used for the film itself. They're not memorable, and they don't progress the story. And when you have a musical where the songs are stale, it doesn't help. Now, the movie itself is focusing on 5 characters. There is Marianne and Dawn. Marianne and Dawn are sisters who are the fairy princesses. And saying fairy princesses is very difficult for me to do. I don't like it. Then there is Sunny, the Bog King, and Roland. The Bog King is the main antagonist of the movie. Roland is a love interest to Marianne and sort of to Dawn. And then there's Sunny, who is Dawn's love interest and the dude antagonist of the film. Now, another big problem with this film is the pacing and the writing of it. That being said, Aladdin, for example, is a really good animated movie in the sense that it is taking the focus of Aladdin and Jasmine. Aladdin and Jasmine are the protagonist and dude antagonist, respectively, of their films. This movie has 5 characters to which they're focusing on. But in Aladdin, if you're focusing on Aladdin, you're not going to forget about Jasmine. In this movie, it will talk about Sunny for maybe 15 minutes and not even reference the other characters, which is a big problem because it makes you think, what's going on with them? Because we have no idea. We haven't seen them in quite a bit. So because you haven't seen them, it's so weirdly paced. And there's a lot of references to Beauty and the Beast in this movie. There's even a couple odd Frozen and Maleficent references in this. The Maleficent reference being how there are the 2 kingdoms, the Fairy Kingdom and the Dark Forest, and they don't ever interconnect. They're not supposed to go into either of the worlds. Then a main focus of this movie is everyone deserves to be loved because there is the Sugar Plum Fairy who makes a love potion with these rose petals. And the Sugar Plum Fairy is a funny character. She's kind of like the comic relief character despite having this omnipresence that she does because she's really magical. There's this focus on a love potion, and the love potion can make people infatuated with you, but it can't make people fall in real love with you, which is a problem the Bog King has. The Bog King hates the idea of people loving or being in love. He has a whole backstory, and that's explained in the film. If you dare to see this film, you'll learn his backstory. So it has the homages to these classic fairy tales. Beauty and the Beast is very much the classic fairy tale that is being referenced in this movie, particularly towards the end of it. It also has the modern day feminist princess fairy that Marianne is, and she's a fighter, but it's so overdone that it's not enjoyable. That none of the characters in this film are actually really that enjoyable because they just seem so scattered. The writing is very messy. It's not very conducive writing, and it's all over the place. It really is. Now, there is 2 very good upsides to the film. The animation of it is really top notch. I actually really like the animation, and I wish I got to see it in 3D because there are several scenes in this film that I really think would have done great in 3D. And the voice acting is really good too. The voice acting is done by, lesser known actors. And I think having lesser known actors in animated films is actually better for the film overall. And I enjoyed the voices. I didn't really enjoy the characters, but I enjoyed their voices. Overall, I would say it's a 2.5 to 3 out of 5 for a rating. I'd say go see it if you're really bored. Or honestly, you can wait for it to come out on Netflix. It's kind of like a go see it if you have nothing else to do and you just want to be caught up on all the latest animated flicks out there. It's not a great animated movie just because it's so messy and like, the fairy tale genre should not have been done with this. And like I said, George Lucas is really talented, and I was really... No, that's a lie. I wasn't really excited to see this. I'm more excited to see the SpongeBob movie than I was excited to see this. Overall, that is pretty much my thoughts on this. Let me know if you're going to be seeing Strange Magic. I thought it was an okay animated film. The animation, honestly, was the reason I liked it. The plot, the music, and everything else was just not good. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to be seeing Strange Magic, and thank you guys for watching my review of it, and I will have a couple more movie reviews as movies come out, of course, and more videos will be on the channel as time goes on. So thank you guys for watching, and see ya.